out H686.
Okay, back at House Government Operations and Military Affairs, just picking back up on reports, repeal H907, and we have the bill reporter from Senate Senator Tanya Bielanski here with us. Thank you for joining us, and we just had a question about a particular report, the Genuine Progress Indicator report, and Rep. Nugent was our bill reporter, so there's some question about that.
Just wondering if you could give like a high level narrative, about the thinking of putting that back in. That was one of the ones.
So how we repealed it. That's what we intended to do.
So, council, that might be a question for you to decipher this for us.
Let me.
Okay, well, take your time.
Yes, the high level overview, if that is in fact what we did, is that was a mistake.
That's
good to know.
And it sounds like this bill may be coming back to us with an amendment anyways. So if we did make that mistake, we would welcome you correcting it. The intent was to repeal it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so we did repeal it.
Okay, great. So do you know, council, which one was actually brought back, or if there wasn't one that we repealed that was requested to come back? Not to put you on the spot, but you are on the spot. Right.
So, just do so.
And if you need more time, we could maybe let the senator go and come back to you. Rep. Nugent has questions.
I guess if there's any other that were put back in that you can think of that you would wanna.
I should have brought my notes with me, which I did not. I do think there might have been one or two. There were some of them that we moved from being yearly reports to being biennial reports, so we would just get them once a biennium. And we did manage to get in all of the agencies, and actually even some of our committees have put repeals in their bills. So we were able to put a little pressure on our side. But I would leave it to council to confirm whether or not we brought any back. But all of the decisions we made were made with the agencies or entities as part of the conversation. I think we may have repealed some more than you did. Like I know we repealed temporary workers, seasonal workers, because those are all available in real time on the DHR dashboard, which I think is actually more helpful than waiting for a point in time yearly report, being able to just go online and look at what's the status today. And some of the additional repeals that we did do were done because the data in those reports is available publicly in a more dynamic way. And then there is an addition to the bill that was not contemplated or dealt with in either bill, and that is the Cybersecurity Advisory Council report. We had asked for the entity that did the cybersecurity and IT report to come in, and there was some confusion. We brought the wrong entity in, and they actually articulated some changes that they needed made to their report. So while it wasn't in the bill or slated for review, we figured we had this vehicle in front of us, and if they needed changes, we should do it. So we keep the cybersecurity and IT report that comes from the Agency of Digital Services. I think we all agreed that that's a pretty critical report, but we made some changes to the Cybersecurity Advisory Council report and allowing that report to be an oral report and shifting out the deadline. So currently that report is due January 15th, and we shifted it out to February 15th. So there was actually time in the session for them to provide that oral report. And that came from the chair of that council really telling us that that report was better suited to be this type of conversation than an actual written report due to what we're asking them to report. So that is an addition to the bill that was not in the bill. And I no longer see council looking through their notes, so they may be able to answer the question that I've bought some time for them to answer.
Thank you. Council?
So, get the record to Dublin Legislative Council. The pieces that were removed from the repeal section were the one before originally. So it's Act 59, 2011 report on Superior Court public records cases. This was modified later in the bill, so it was removed from what should be repealed and was modified so that the court administrator will report every other year. Public records cases. And then the second one, which was removed from that list, was Act 119, 2018, so 8 reports on various professional licenses issued to service members and veterans. This also was modified later on in the bill by the Senate, so that will also be reported every other year.
And I can speak to our reasoning. So we did have the court administrator in who let us know that temporary employee report is not a challenge and they welcome continuing to do it. We didn't feel like we needed the data every year, so we moved it to a biennial report. And the various reporting on veteran service licenses, it was the governor's Veteran Advisory Council didn't feel that needed to be repealed, but we did again move it to a biennial report. And it's not, we didn't make it permanent, so I think we can evaluate if that system is working in a few years. And so those were the decisions that we made based on what we heard from the people sort of either asking for the information or producing the information.
Thank you.
And judiciary temporary employees are not available on a public site like the other temporary employees are.
I imagine that's for security purposes.
Probably, yeah.
Any additional questions for the senator? Or council? Okay, thank you very much for coming up. We're going to take a straw poll if nobody else has any questions on this report, and you will get an amendment to it based on the conversation we had
Yes.
earlier, but we're not changing anything in this proposal of amendment that you sent us.
Yes, I have been apprised of the amendment being added, and I believe the plan on our side is to simply confirm.
Great,
Thank you.
very much. So favorable thumbs for H 907 reports repeal. That looks, question, sorry.
I think we are, or is that correct? Because there weren't any reports that they put back in. Is that a correction of the?
Is that a correction or was that your
Notes.
notes was,
Yeah,
okay.
notes.
Thanks for confirming that though. So the bill is unchanged. The Senate proposal of amendment is unchanged and we are concurring with one proposal of amendment, which was the Marcotte amendment. So favorable thumbs. Are you voting? Okay, so that is unanimous, 11-0-0. Thank you all.